Hello, and welcome to Workouts for Older Men Live. I am Skip LaCour. So glad you are joining me for this live broadcast, or if you're watching the replay version, that is great too. Make sure that you say hello in the comment section. Tell me that you're watching so they pop up on your phone. Let me know if you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube from my Skip LaCour page on Facebook or my Workouts for Older Men Live page. If you're new, let me know that you're here. If you have any fitness questions, I am here, going to hang out as long as you want me to answer your fitness questions. I want to make myself available to you. Just tell me how things are going. Tell me how things are going. Tell me how I can help you best. Lance, hello. Lance from Facebook. So glad you're here. Lance, where are you from? How long have you been following me here on Facebook? Let me know. We have a lot of new people here. Monder. Let's see here. Delete Monder's comment here and block him. Hey, check out the link. Hit that link that is right on the top of this, and sign up for my email list. All my tips, everything I'm posting all over social media, all my content, you will be alerted by email. So check that out. Here. All right. Like I said, I want to serve you. This is a great time to ask questions. So this is the time to let me know where you're watching from and answering your questions. William, hello. Great to have you here, sir. How have you been? It's been a while. All right. Let me know if you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube. New to the page. Great to have you here, Lance from Sudbury, Canada. What's the best chest and arm exercise? You know, a lot of the bicep exercises. I mean, if you feel you are working your bicep, all right, it's effective. Now, what makes it the best is, we all have our preferences. If we really love the feel of something for whatever reasons, all right, we're going to be more likely to do it if we're coordinated in that exercise. But really, there is no one exercise. It's the one that you do the best. Dumbbell curls are good, whether you do that alternating the dumbbell curls or you do them together. All right. That can be effective. But what I like about that is that each arm works independently of each other. You want to make sure that, that you watch yourself in the mirror. All right. It's interesting because there was something about talking about the mirror, and some guy said, you shouldn't have to look in the mirror. And they assumed it was for vanity. Like you got to look at yourself and your muscles in the mirror. No, you want to monitor. I mean, how something feels. Have you ever watched yourself on a video? You might have a walk, a certain gait that you never even realize. It doesn't feel that way when you're walking that way. A lot of times when you're working out, maybe you've watched a video of yourself. You can see, you look for an arm moving slightly differently than others. All right. So look in the mirror. What's good is that the arms work independently of each other. The challenge sometimes is that you got to make sure that you're doing them both right, not assuming just because you're lifting up the weight that each arm is hitting the muscle the same way. Right. So like that, dumbbell curls, like I said, and barbell curls work too. Challenge with that sometimes is one you might have a dominant hand that may help the burden, the tension of the weaker arm, but they all work. Chest, a lot of men just can't do flat bench press, and they have a hard time with their shoulders. Their shoulders are weak. All those repetitions they have to do probably at form. Some feel it in their triceps too much. Shouldn't do. If you can't feel it stimulate your chest, you shouldn't do a flat barbell bench press. but you may have the independently working dumbbells. I love incline dumbbell bench presses, but again, they'll all work. It's really how you execute them. Let's see here. See here. It's really live. Yes, it is. Let's see here. I'll tell you, Facebook had this new feature, Reels, right? And it just plastered. Maybe they're copying TikTok, and so there's a lot of people, but it's not very specific. If you've been on this page, it's just a wide range of older men, very specific group, a lot of like-minded people. Now we have everybody, young, old, brand new. So it's kind of changed. I did answer your question, Hadir. Yes, it is live. Protein powder that's just calories and won't help. It won't make you uh, gain weight unless you drink too much of it in addition to eat too much. But it's just calories. It works within your caloric intake, then you'll be fine. Hello, Robert from Georgia. Want to know the fastest way to lose weight? Calorie deficit. Don't eat much food. Should track it. I'm sure for most people, 1,500 calories is quite a deficit. I wouldn't necessarily recommend that. I wouldn't necessarily look for ways to lose weight fast, but being in a calorie deficit, 1,500 calories definitely puts you in a calorie deficit. I wouldn't go much lower than that, and that would probably be the fastest way to lose weight. Hammer curls work. Let's see. What's this say? Cut back on my carbs for the last 3 weeks, but feel like what could be the problem? I cut down my intake 60%. Whether it's carbohydrates, do you have any idea how many calories you're eating? You cut out the carbs, you may be eating way too little food. And that's why you don't have much energy. And I'm assuming that's the way you don't feel good. Not eating enough food. Do you have any idea how many calories that you're eating? Curious. Most people, concentrate on carbs or the quality of food. Like that's the best way to build muscle and lose body fat. And really, energy comes down to your calorie intake. But no one takes the time to figure out how many calories that they're eating. Are HGH human growth hormone safe? There's people who take that swear that it's safe. Um, every time, I'm asked about it and I put out, what my opinion of it is, I get emails back. Tell them not to take it. It's not safe, and they talk about their conditions. Then you have, guys on the internet who take it and they they say there's no downside. I would check with your doctor. I would not take the advice of anyone on the internet injecting yourself. Been following you for years. I'm 69 now, 215 with 16% body fat, 112. Well, what are you doing to get there, Jim? Or is that a question you want to know how to get there? Where are my regular guys? Where are my guys? Ask the questions that we ask here. $2,200 calories is a lot of food, William. I don't know. Height, weight. Uh, Definitely, there's a difference between 3,800 calories and 2,800 calories. I mean, should you feel that bad? That's not a terrible amount of food. What is your goal? Trying to lose body fat? How much body fat? How many pounds do you think you need to lose? Um, how long have you been eating 3,800 calories? Have you been really consistent with that? Anybody from YouTube watching? YouTube, let me know if you're here. Yeah. Let me know if you guys have any questions or if you've posted questions. I'm not certain if you're just letting me know your situation or do you have a question for me? All right, guys. Did I gain any muscle in 75 days? Probably not. Probably not. It's not that easy to build muscle. But did get lean and it made me appear bigger. I did not. I'm sure I didn't gain any muscle. No, Darren. in 75 days. Nothing, nothing worth mentioning. So, Lance, that doesn't seem like too much training. Thank you, sir. Yeah, when you get lean, if you got, decent amount of muscle and you get lean, it gives you the impression that you're gaining size, but you're really not gaining that much muscle. But the bottom line is what it looks like, right? Whether a lot of people overestimate how much muscle they can build in a certain period of time, right? And that throws them off a lot of their training. If they think they're doing it right, then the diet and nutrition, because they don't understand how that process works. Oh, there's Manuel. Hi, Manuel. I have not heard that term. Well, that's good. You've lost 20 pounds in 3 weeks. It's not like eating 3,800 calories, but 2,200. That's not that low. I eat these 75 days, and I have not gone off my diet since I finished the 75 hard, but I eat 3,500 calories a day. So 2,200. I mean, that's not necessarily a lot of food. Hi, John on YouTube. Yeah. So Larry asks, I recently switched from heavy weights and 2 to 3 sets to more sets of light weights, and I've bulked up. I wouldn't have expected I would have expected the opposite. Does that make sense? Well, uh, I don't know what you consider bulking up, right? I don't know how long you were training that way. A lot of times, guys gain some body fat, nothing terrible, looking better than most, and they assume that's muscle gain, right? We don't really build muscle that quickly, so I wouldn't say, there's a saying, this doesn't necessarily equal that, right? And although you look good, I hope you look good, bulked up, or you're looking the way you want or closer to it. Um, but I don't know. I don't even know what period of time. If it's because of going lighter for 2 to 3, or heavier for 2 to 3, or doing more sets at lighter, because really, how much lighter? How long have we been doing it, right? So, but the bottom line is, if you look good, it's all that matters, right? 2,200 calories is not much, is it? It's less than what you eat, Skip. Yeah, it's all relative, Darren. It's just not, if anyone is well under 2,000 calories, and I don't think that's a lot of food. So 2,200, it's not terrible. Yeah. There's a lot of older guys who are in shape, and they eat instinctively. They don't really know how many calories they eat until I force them. I said, this is a really important part, to know how much you eat. And when they kind of go over their normal diet, they're eating like 1,200, 1,500 calories. So when someone says they're eating 2,200 calories, I don't necessarily um, think that's just too little. No. All right, guys. How long have I been on here? 20 minutes. Hello, Lars. Santos, how are you, sir? Good to see you on here. Hope you're doing well, sir. Kind of texted you not too long ago. See how you're doing. Let me know. Text me. See how you're doing. Let's catch up. All right. Giving you guys the warning. If you got a question, this is time to ask it. Sometimes I come on here. All right. No questions. I'm out of here. Right. So I'm going to give you a fair warning here. So go ahead if you always want to ask me some questions. We don't even have to talk totally about fitness. Let me know if you're new here. If you go to my skiplacore.com page, actually, if you click that link that I provided, and then you can go over to my page, sign up for my email tips, absolutely free. And there's a welcome page. I've listed out videos if you're new to the process, so you don't have to go all over the internet or all over my site. And you can watch the videos that'll help you best. I really took the time talking to so many men like you, making videos of what most men, they kind of need the most help on. So watch those videos. There's about 5 or 6 of them. It'll really get you off to a good start. Am I going to keep the preacher curls? Hmm. No, let me tell you, there's lots of different exercises. I've discovered that you don't need a wide variety of exercises to stimulate the muscle group. So when you find your 2 or 3, 4 at the most exercises, that's all you need per body part. All right. Variety won't necessarily do anything more, won't trick the muscles, but and so uh, got in good shape. Surprised how, I didn't diet. Those of you who know me as a bodybuilder, I mean, uh, this did not, it's not to get in this kind of shape at 60 years old. It didn't take anything. If you had my e-books and things like that of what it took to get in shape, like for our contest, right? Very sustainable. A lot of food along the way. At this stage, I just know what to do and what not to do. A lot of the fitness information, a lot of things that bodybuilders do is interesting, uh, but it's really not needed, right? And I did all those things, right? I'm telling you from experience. And so just pulled out my camera for most of those 75 days just to put some content on the internet, right? And this is something that, I'll tell you, and, I don't know how many people are going to hear this, but see all the different exercises from all the different influencers, and you might say, wow, that looks like a good exercise. Or do they really preach that or show that, right? But, the thing about it is, if I'm posting every single day and I don't, there's fitness influencers that, being really popular on the internet for whatever reasons is really important to them. And they're posting several times a day. All right. And it's so easy now just to take my phone, such a great camera, to set it up. It's out of people's way. It's really convenient for me. So I said, "Hell, I'm in this great shape. Let me just take it. I'm training for 75 days in a row. Give me some content. You guys can watch my project, my physical project, and take you in the gym with me. Everything is so simple now to do all that. But with all the basic exercises and training every single day, I said, man, this is boring me. Right? Imagine these guys. Hey, they want to see. So I just kind of in some of my training, I just did exercises that are good exercises. It's nothing that I normally would do, but it was a nice camera angle, kind of showed off the muscles, exercise that people do. So, preacher curls is one of those. Just looks good, and here's the takeaway from that. I'm all about, look, a lot of guys want to make a career or a real hobby out of the gym, going 6 days a week, 2 hours a day. They love it to be complex. And that's just their challenge, their game. They like the variety, right? Where I'm more like, I just want to get in there, 45 minutes, just, get in shape, back it up with a diet when I'm at home. And I got other things that I focus on. I don't want to I love training, obviously, but I don't get emotional gym therapy out of it. I understand that more isn't better, those type of things. So I just get in there and get out of it. But if you're a fitness influencer and you got a following, then they always want to see something new. And so you get bored again of doing the same content, and they want to see it anyway. It's a different angle. I have a feeling that half the things that are posted on the internet is because the influencer is bored, if not more. I mean, they're just bored with the basics. They've already said that. They've already done that many, many times. Hey, let me throw this in. Let me throw this in. Let me throw this in. Maybe true, maybe interesting, right? But it's really out of boredom. But a lot of times that's what catches a person's eye. And so they're looking at all the extra things that they did because they were bored, and they don't understand that. And so they're thinking all the extra stuff, like, oh, preacher crawls. And, maybe that's the key. That's why you look so good at 60. No, it's not. It's for the reasons I told you. That's why there's preacher crawls there. You're welcome, John. Louis, watching on YouTube. Did you get my message? Louis, where is your message? Where did you send that message, Louis? Tell me, where did you send it to? My email address, skip@skiplacour.com. Don't want to miss anybody's messages. You didn't send it through YouTube. Is there? Oh, I gotta check that. I never get messages on YouTube. I wonder if there's a message section in there. Been on YouTube for years. Let me check that out as we speak. Tell me where you sent that message. Make sure that I get it. Hello, Gary. Hello, hello, hello. No masters competitions in the future. Theology first. Ahmad, good evening to you, sir. Yeah, Louis, tell me where you sent that message. So Lanny says, I lost 55 pounds over 2 years by switching to a plant-based diet, and I'm approaching underweight. I don't want to go back to pizza and cold cuts, but I also don't want to become a twig. What's healthy foods that you recommend to stay healthy? If you get those calories, all right, you get enough protein consumption and you live consistently, you shouldn't lose, shouldn't go into a twig without a fight. All right, guys. right, so that's going to do it for this Workouts for Older Men Live. I'll be popping on here. If you're watching the replay version, go ahead and post your questions in the comment section below. Maybe I'll make a special Workouts for Older Men Live and answering your question directly. All right, have a great night. Thank you so much for joining me.